Assalamu alaikum. Hope you all are doing well. Here I am Ishrat Jahan with you, and I will introduce you to the absorption approach. So let's begin. First of all, the absorption approach states that a country's BOP or balance of payment improves if the rise in its income is greater than its absorption. Here we will denote output or income by Y and the absorption or spending by A. Here absorption consists of the consumption, investment and government expenditure of the country. We will also discuss current account. We can find current account by subtracting total import from the total export of a country. In the form of equation, we can write that the output is equal to consumption plus investment plus government expenditure plus net export or x minus m. If we express the consumption plus investment and plus government expenditure or the domestic absorption by A, we can write that x minus m or net export is equal to y minus a. As we know that x minus m represents the current account, so we can finally write that current account is equal to y minus a, or total output minus absorption. Taking differential of this equation, we find that dCA is equal to dy minus dA. Equation 1 implies how devaluation affects current account depends on how devaluation affects national income relative to domestic absorption. If domestic income is greater than domestic absorption, we can say that the current account will improve. But on the other case, if domestic income is less than domestic absorption, then the current account goes lower, and we can say that the current account will deteriorate. We can express absorption by 2 points. As the rise in income leads to increase in absorption, this is determined by the marginal propensity to absorb. We will denote it by small a, and all other effects on absorption resulted from devaluation, we will denote it by AD. So we can write that dA is equal to ADY plus DAD. If we put this value of dA into our first equation, we find that dCA is equal to dy minus ADY minus DAD, which ultimately shows that dy into 1 minus a minus dAd. So from this we can say that the condition to improve current account is dy 1 minus a must be greater than dAd. That is, the smaller the a will be, the value of a will be, the greater the current account will be, or the current account will get improved. That is, the value of a should be less than 1. Now we will discuss the effect of devaluation on national income. We can divide the effect into 2 points. First one is employment effect, and the second one is terms of trade effect. First we will discuss the employment effect. It states that if the economy is at less than full employment, so according to Marshall-Lerner condition, the devaluation will cause a net increase in the exports, which will lead to the increase in national income of the country. The foreign trade multiplier plays a vital role here. Now we will discuss the terms of trade effect. We express the terms of trade by Px by Rpm. Here Px means indicates the value of export, and R indicates the exchange rate, and Pm indicates the value of import. So, as devaluation causes a rise in the terms of trade, the imports gets more expensive. With this increase in import prices in domestic currency, there is no corresponding rise in export prices, so the terms of trade ultimately falls. This leads to loss of real income and eventually lowers national income. So the effect of devaluation on national income is quite ambiguous. Even if national income rises overall, its implications for current account depends on the last equation we found, that dCA is equal to 1 minus dy minus dAd. If a less than 1, a rise in income for increased net export improves current account, as there is absorption less than income. In the opposite case, if A is greater than 1, current account deteriorates because absorption is greater than national income. Now, in this stage, we will discuss the effect of devaluation on direct absorption. First, we will assume that the net effect of a devaluation on income is 0. Then we will see that the real balance effect. We express the real demand for real balance by money supply divided by the price level, which is equal to a constant k. Here the price level P is equal to PD plus 1 minus A R into PF. Here PD indicates the domestic indicates the price of domestic import, and the PF indicates the price of foreign imports, and A is the percentage of expenditure on domestic goods. For devaluation, the price level rises, which leads to a fall in the real balance as the purchasing power of the consumers falls. And the rational consumers then starts to sell their bonds. So the rise in selling bonds makes the price of bonds fall. So the domestic interest rate rises in this case, and this causes the consumption and investment fall, and which ultimately leads to the fall in the direct absorption. In the second point, we will discuss the income redistribution effect. The increase in the general price index from a devaluation redistributes income from the people with a lower marginal propensity to absorb to people with higher marginal propensity to absorb, which will increase the direct absorption, and the vice versa is also true. If people hold assets, they sell them as the real cash balance falls, so this makes the asset price fall, which leads to a rise in interest rate, that causes the investment and consumption fall, which ultimately leads to a fall in the direct absorption. We call this the asset effect. Here I showed 2 examples, but as our time is short, I am skipping this. Overall, it is difficult to narrate whether the income redistribution effect raise or lower the direct absorption. It's quite ambiguous. In the third point, we will discuss the monetary illusion and inflationary expansion effect. If money, income and prices increase in the same proportion due to the devaluation, that is, there is a direct relationship between them, the real income does not change. But if people are not aware of this because they are having money illusion, they will change their absorption. The direction of the change depends on the type of money illusion. In another case, even though price rises, people having illusion buy same goods as before, and this means they are spending more on direct absorption than before. Price hike may incentivize inflationary expectation that may raise direct absorption, which worsens the balance of payment. By the way, this might reduce investment and lower the absorption. So the effect of monetary illusion on absorption is quite ambiguous, as it is sometimes raises the direct absorption, and on the other case lowers the direct absorption. However, mostly it's not significant and is most probably a temporary factor. In this stage, we will discuss the Lorentz-Matzler effect. We can divide this effect into two effects. The first one is the income effect, and the second one is the substitution effect. First, we will discuss the income effect. As the terms of trade deterioration causes lower national income, which leads to lower income-related absorption. So the direct absorption falls. But in the substitution effect, cheaper domestic products against foreign products leads to domestic people to go for the domestic ones. So if positive substitution effect outweighs negative income effect, the the terms of trade fall for devaluation can lead to an increase in direct absorption. Ultimately, it appears that the effect of a devaluation on direct absorption is quite ambiguous. While lower income causes lower absorption, all other effects can do the opposite or the same. However, its central idea is that rising domestic income relative to domestic absorption improves current balance. Thank you all for listening to me, and please subscribe my channel and press the bell button.